Right then, another show done and dusted, and here I am on Wednesday the 10th of March. I'm about to go and give a talk at South Birmingham University about radio, believe it or not. Should be fun. I've never done a lecture before and I've got to talk for 45 minutes. But it's talking about me, so it's my favourite subject, which should be alright. Brought the Ducati. I'm going to take it into the university as well, mostly because I can't get off this machine now. I've been thinking loads about what I was talking about yesterday, about how, having ridden it, it's pretty much, to me in my eyes, probably the ultimate riding machine. It's not the ultimate road bike, I'll give it that. You know, but as an actual riding machine, if I was to go on a track, or if I was to have something just for blast, this is amazing. You need to be an experienced rider with it. If you just passed your test or you've been riding for 600s, don't go get one of these because you end up killing yourself. But it is a lot more manageable than I thought it would be. And it has, as I say, it's such a uniqueness and a passion about it that you just can't, honestly, get anywhere else. I mean, just again, looking at the styling quickly, those exhausts. I'm going to start it up now because it'll be interesting. When it starts up, it does sound a little bit like a tractor. Does that mean it takes a while? So let's see how we do it. Ooh, almost. Let's have a go. But then you give that literally about 30 seconds and it'll be purring sweetly, starting to tick over, and then as soon as you touch that throttle, bosh, you're off. Anyway, I'm absolutely loving riding this bike. Tomorrow I've got to take the bandit back to Suzuki, so once I finish my talk, I'll probably be heading out somewhere, but I'll let you know, because I'll be chatting to you after my talk. Sweet. Here we are then. I've come to the car park opposite Kerrang, right near where the college I was giving, the university I was giving the lecture to. I think it went alright, you know, all these kids didn't find me that boring, and just talked about what I'm up to, loads of questions. No. It's been interesting, obviously, just spent, saying that last hour or so, a lot of it riding around Birmingham town on this, the Ducati 1198S. It is honestly, it's becoming a part of me. It's starting to kind of infest my soul, shall we say. Starting to realise all that stuff. The more I ride it, the more I get used to it, you know, about how unmanageable it is. And this, it's like any big superbike. You've got to have your head switched on, but this thing, it's just so unique. That twin, I almost don't want to get back on an inline 4. Obviously I do. I love inline 4s. I've got the V4 coming up as well, the FR 1200, and I rode that home really briefly the other day, and that really surprised me. R1, you know, Blade, Ninja, Juxa, all great bikes. I need to kind of skip past this bit now. Talk about what this makes the Ducati so special. The tautness, the handling, it's brilliant. You know, on this car bike you can see there's loads of potholes and that. It's not great. When I was driving back from Coventry the other day, potholes thrown off, but it's a track bike. It's set up for that kind of thing. You know, you're not going to take this off-roading. You're not going to take this, I don't know, to the shops to try and pick up loads of shopping, because it'd be pointless. No panniers. You haven't got them in. Obviously, that's the way this has been fitted, where you haven't got a pillion seat, but you can also have one done. But it's an amazing thing. It really, really is. I want to just ride this everywhere. I took this to the college, which is about 2 miles from where I live, purely because I wanted to turn up and like leave it outside. I'm not that big a show-off. Maybe I am, but this is someone else. I think I've shown this bike to more people than any other bike I've had before. It's not the kind of bike like the Triumph Rocket 3 where people come out and like lavish it with attention, because as you look at it, while it looks pretty, it's not like a huge mechanical beast like that is. But I've wanted to show this to everyone. From my friends, I went down the other night to my mate's house and getting 3 friends around just to go, listen to this sound. They're not even into bikes, but even they admit it was good. And it is just great. Just really, really starting to not want to give it back, which is a bad thing, because I do have to get it back at some point next week. I've obviously got the Rocket 3, the VFR and the B-Kings test between now and when I do have to get it back. But I think you might find me sneaking out on this every now and again. It's just a genuine pleasure to have in my possession a Ducati 1198S. I'll probably never afford one. I'll probably, you know, unless they let me and very kindly borrow it again, get a chance to really kind of experience it. I'd love to take it on the track. But well, look, you can see, you know me, I'm not the kind of person who just waxes lyrical about bikes in regards to, I talk about them being great, practical, designed for what they are, but this is someone else. It is just a piece of, well, just automotive greatness. You know, it's like, as I say, if you look at a Ferrari or Lamborghini car, they're not going to be as reliable as a Ford Mondeo. They're not going to be as reliable as a Porsche 911. But the reason you don't go and buy the Porsche 911 is because of that flair, because of that je ne sais quoi, je ne sais pas, I don't know, whatever it is, the X factor. Let's never mention that again on the diaries. But yeah, this definitely has it. Now, I'll talk about reliability and build quality because, I don't know, I've never had one for a long time. This might be the new exception. I'd say make your own mind up. But if you're looking for something, as I say, different, something that really has a soul that other bikes, well, each bike has a soul, if you know what I mean, but something that really is unique. And I think with this big twin, as I say, I've ridden the 1125R, there are other, you know, bikes out there with a big twin in, and I seem to be really attached to the ones that have, actually. The Thunderbird Triumph is another one that I'm a big fan of. But yeah, it's really, really got into me, and having a racing twin like this, on a bike that is so beautiful, that is so noisy. I'm just going to do that noise once more. I don't think I'm ever going to get bored of doing that, to be fair. Let's do this once more. Just ignition. As you can see, it comes up on there. I don't know if I've shown this before, actually. I think I have done with the traction control. There's 8 settings on the traction control. You've got temperature, air temperature, obviously tachometer, speedo, there we go. One button start. Just a quick blast of this, you'll know why I love it. Enough said, really. Listen, I'm going to go home. That's my diary, done and dusted for today. Tomorrow it's Suzuki Bandit 650. I'm taking it back to Suzuki. I'll give you my final impressions on the bike. We'll get Rich down there to give us a talk through it. And then Friday, I'm back on this for one more day. And then it's a VFR, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Bring it on. And then the Rocket 3. Wicked. Listen, ride safe, my friends. I love this bike.